Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Bell Ringers podcast with yours truly, Ryan McDonald.
And I'm Ty Press.
This is the last one of last one of the 2024 year. I think 2025 will be in person, so it's something to look forward to. But as always, please subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/the Bell Ringers pod and on all of our social medias at Bell Ringers. Well, not linked down below, but I guess it might be. Bell Ringers Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Both had a pretty good week last week, week 17.
It's about time you joined the 3-1 club, right?
Yeah, I know, it's been a long time. Kind of surprising that I, in fact, won both of my over and unders. It was a good week for me.
Oh, wow. Wait, I forgot. Did you hedge yourself this week, or was
that? No. I went back to I went back to just like tried and true, just what I think is going to work, because Week 16 didn't work.
Your gut finally turned on in this Week 17?
Yeah. But yeah, I went 3-1, so that puts me at 30-38. Ty also 3-1 at 33-35. And then the wheel went 1-3, 27-40. My only loss was thinking the Giants were going to try and tank, and that they were as bad as they were. I mean, Drew Lock, I didn't expect
that Giants game was insane.
Yeah. I mean, took them out of the first overall pick, so that's really bad for them and their fans. They might have just lost out on getting like a Shedeur Sanders.
Talk about like the worst win you could ever have.
Yeah.
And they jumped from first to fourth.
I think so. It might have been. I know before there was a rumor it might have gone all the way back to 6, but I haven't actually looked at it.
And my picks, like you said, went 3-1. The only one I missed was happily betting against the Eagles. So I didn't think the Eagles were going to cover 9.5 with Kenny Pickett, and actually they did it with Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKee. So. Dominated those Cowboys. Final score 41-7, like absolute ass kicking.
I think we're left now with about 111 yards. I think Saquon needs to break the record, so he's right on that doorstep.
Yeah, I thought it was like 103, but
it might be. I think it was a low amount over 100.
Really, no clue how this week's gonna go with our picks, being how we don't really know exactly who's gonna be playing this week yet. We're recording on Tuesday, and New Year's Eve, by the way. For you guys, and not a lot of announcements have been made yet on who's starting and who's sitting. We don't even know if they're gonna play Saquon to get that record or not. Obviously, I hope they do, so he gets the record. But then when he gets hurt, or if he gets hurt, I should say, then I'm gonna be like Nick Sirianni. That's the dumbest thing you ever done. Like, who cares about records? We're trying to win Super Bowls here.
I think they might, because we also there's a chance we need to win this game to get. I don't know if we can.
I think we're locked in at 2 right now.
Yeah, no, I kind of forgot that the two teams with better records than us are both in the same division, so it's not going to matter.
There's Vikings, Cowboys, or Vikings, Green Bay, and Lions.
Yeah. I forgot when I looked on ESPN's the standings, they didn't have it differentiated by that. All right, but yeah, it's going to be I kind of tried to pick most of my games based on what teams I thought still had something to play for.
Yeah. I guess we can. You want to get started? We kind of, going off of my picks last week, like I said, I had the Chargers -4. They was it this Patriots that they beat?
Yep. Yeah, Chargers -4 against the Patriots. That won pretty easily.
Yeah, they won 40-7. That was pretty dominant. Obviously, I lost. Yeah, the Cowboys did not cover 9.5. The over of the Falcons Commanders
both had that
crushed too. I think that we shared that one, right?
Yeah, that was 54.
And then beautiful hit on this under 48.5 on the Rams Cardinals. Final score was 13-9. So
yeah, I had Vegas, New Orleans under 40, and that one was a pretty low one too. I think it was 9-3 or something like that.
Going into this week, I'm up right here. I just have my picks ready.
First game we have 2 games on Saturday, none on Monday. You got the biggest spread of the season so far, I think, in Cleveland at Baltimore. Baltimore's -17.5 and an over under of 41.5.
Yeah. Oh, also no Thursday game this week, so we will not be doing a Thursday parlay. We're just gonna include Saturday with our picks. Yeah, I guess we have one clip out for you guys this week. Unless we say something pretty funny.
We'll probably bring more parlays for the playoffs and stuff like that. But I think with this one, it's probably a good week to take off. I mean, I would recommend looking at different players and what incentives they have in terms of building parlays. But it's kind of hard this week with not knowing who's going to play all the games and who's not.
Also, no one cares about your fantasy team and all, but I think this is kind of funny and should be noted. I made the championship on 3 out of my 4 fantasy teams, and I lost all 3 championships.
I lost mine, and I lost my 3rd place game, so that was very disappointing.
The one that I thought was going to be the best, it was the first game. Not the first Christmas game, but the Ravens Texans game. I had Nico Collins and Joe Mixon on the same team, and the Texans didn't score a single touchdown against the Ravens. And it was after that, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to win this game at all, even though I only had 2 players play.
I thought going into mine, I was like pretty good. He had Mixon, so he only had 5.9, but he ended up having Trey McBride had 30.
Oh my god,
he had
I love Trey McBride.
He had Malik Neighbors with 36.
Mm-hmm.
So like he still won. He had Terry McLaurin put up 1.5 and Joe Mixon put up 5.9, but he just had like 20s across the board. I mean, my team didn't do bad, but not nearly as good as they've done all season.
Yeah, kind of like similar to yours. I got completely blown out, and then the one I was up 7 going into Monday night with Sam Laporta needing not to get 7 points. I think after the first half, he had 1 catch for 7. I'm like, all right, we can actually pull this off. I'm texting my brother like, what's the payout of this league? Like, how much do I win when I win this league? And he was like, whatever it was, and then literally the first drive of the second half goes down and Sam Laporta touchdown. Yep. I turn the TV off. I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Yep.
Fuck this.
Yep. And then, I mean, he had Dicker the kicker, too, with 17. I was like, all right, that was just an annoying thing to start out with.
Second place gives you some money. I think I covered all my fantasy leagues at least.
I did not even get close. I got all second place in that league. All I get back is my pay-in.
Ah, shit. Enough fantasy now.
Yep. So moving on to that Cleveland-Baltimore game. I mean, I think Baltimore still has to play to try and secure their spot. I'm going to try and bring up ESPN so you can kind of... Yeah, I think they still need to win in Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh to lose.
I would assume so with them getting 17.5 points that they're going to play their starters.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that if there's a chance of them benching guys. You want to bet Ravens players, they have something to win for, but dude, they might, with the Browns, they might blow them out and then bench them at halftime. Well,
that's what I mean. Like if it gets up,
this is a rough week for bets.
Yeah.
But we're still gonna make our picks, and we're gonna go 4-0, both of us.
Yep.
But,
I'm not taking this game.
No, I'm not taking this game either. I got nothing on this game. I don't think I have either on either Saturday games. I do not.
No. I do.
If I had to pick backup quarterback in Cleveland, I could see them covering 17.5.
Yeah, it's too many, and like I could just see I could see Cleveland in the under hitting just because like if Baltimore does get up like 2 scores and then they just kind of run the ball out and kind of
that's the thing. Yeah, like, they could definitely cover this if they play the whole game. But like we said, like this is the last week of second last week of football. They're going to be wanting to start pulling players.
Yeah, because they're not going to get a bye the first week. That's already. The Kansas City already has a bye, so they're going to need the rest of their starters.
I think you could probably do 17.5 for Cleveland and then under. I wouldn't hate that. Next game, Saturday night, 8 o'clock. You have Bengals at Pittsburgh. Bengals are fighting for a spot. They do need to win. Pittsburgh, I guess, couldn't get the division back if they win, so Bengals are favored at -1. Which is interesting.
That's why I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers +1.
Steelers +1. So you think Bengals no playoff?
Like I don't even think they can. I don't.
They need to win and they need Broncos to lose.
I don't think they're gonna get in. I think Pittsburgh's gonna win this game.
Brian, Steelers +1 is his dog. I don't hate that. Bengals are a weird team to pick right now because they're obviously hot. They have something to fight for, but their defense is just atrocious.
And
I wouldn't hate this over either because I feel like betting the over with the Bengals always works out right now.
It's fair.
So I didn't have anything on this game, but Rye has +1. I like it. Do not hate it. Then moving on to Sunday.
Yep, we got the Giants coming into Philly versus the Eagles and Saquon Barkley, as the Eagles are -3.5 point favorites with an over/under of 38.5. I mean, our Eagles really have nothing to play for as we can't get the 1 seed. Actually, I don't think we can. No, we can't. No, we can't. Because Detroit and Minnesota play each other, so one of them's gonna have 15. Unless somehow because even if they tied, they'd still be above us. Yeah, so we really have nothing to play for, other than Saquon's possible rushing record.
So I'm not taking that game.
Nope.
With that, though, I feel like they want to give it to him just because it's against the Giants, too. So I kind of would lean Eagles -3.5 here.
I mean, it would be funnier if he got it and then we lost and then made their draft pick even worse.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Just keep pushing it back further and further.
Yeah. I heard someone say that if the Eagles really were smart, they would throw this game to purposely make the Giants have even worse pick.
I think
it was also with the Bills. Yeah, the Bills are the other one where they should throw this game so the Patriots get a worse pick. I still think the Eagles are going to win this. I could see covering 3.5. So if I were to pick one, I would do Eagles.
I mean, I could see us winning it with most of the backups. Still.
True. Like I said, the Eagles possibly want Saquon to get the record, and the Giants really shouldn't want to win this game. I know they should have wanted to win last week, and they did. Next game I have is Saints at Tampa Bay. Bucs are 13.5 point favorites. They obviously are fighting for the division still with the Falcons, and the total is 43.5. Saints are pretty doo-doo with Spencer. So I could see 13.5 is a lot of points, but the Bucks do need to win, so I could see them covering this.
I would definitely probably lean towards the Bucks here. I mean,
the
Saints, you can't trust them with who they have right now.
Yeah, and I was thinking too with this total, the Bucks are putting up like 40 points. Like it really is.
No, it could be like a 40-3 where you almost get it.
I would probably lean the over and Bucks here. Bucky Irving, Mike Evans both balling out last week, won me a league, but
yep, I could have played Bucky and that would have helped me out, but I played Josh Jacobs, who I thought would be I had an over the surplus of talent that I didn't utilize correctly, I guess.
Yeah, wasted guys on the bench.
Yeah, I mean I'd probably go the Bucks and the over. Just for those reasons. Next up, we got the Bills at New England, like we mentioned. Bills -3, over under of 38 points. Yeah, I mean, Bills aren't playing for anything. Patriots aren't playing for anything.
Patriots, all they have to lose is a good draft spot. Bills, if they were smart, would try to get them to give them the win, but in the division. So yeah, it's hard. I don't have anything on this game either.
Nope.
If I just make a pick, just say Bills -3.
I'd probably say Patriots +3 just because I can't see the Bills playing anyone.
I know, but these teams have to realize that they shouldn't win these games.
Yeah, but the players don't give a shit about that.
I know.
You think they want a better pick to come in and take their spot?
Yeah, they're playing for their jobs and all. I get it, but dude, hurting your team next year.
Yeah, but they might help themselves out playing for jobs.
Yeah, bench players and
under.
I don't know. I really did. It's such a hard week to make picks.
Yeah, this is a week I usually try and avoid
making any bets, but I do have one on this next game. Yeah, Carolina Panthers at Atlanta. Falcons are -8.5, and the total is 48. I am taking the Panthers at +8.5 on this.
No, Falcons still playing for something too.
Falcons are playing for something, but like you said, these the teams that aren't playing for something are still playing, and the Panthers can cover. Bryce Young is looking good. Falcons with Penix, I think 8.5 is a lot for the Falcons. I'm just being
I'd probably agree.
Plain honest, like it's just a lot of points, and with a young quarterback who is doing good, but I just don't know. I mean, the Panthers are feisty enough that they can cover 8.5.
I don't disagree. I almost took the over here. I did not, just because a little hesitant to. But I don't hate the pick. Let's see, up next I have Chicago at Green Bay. Green Bay's -9.5 and over under of 40.5. Green Bay is fighting to stay alive. Well, I think they might have
jumped that game on my list. That's higher up. I was like, oh wait, where the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, you've been jumping all over my list.
Sorry, I think I scrolled down and I was not looking right.
It doesn't matter. We got it. But I mean,
still 1 o'clock.
I think the Packers need the kind of win to. I think they're already secured in the playoffs, but I think if they lose, they could probably.
If they seeding with the Commanders.
Yeah, so they're still fighting for a seeding spot.
So I think they are going to play. I do have a pick on this game as well. Divisional matchup, and Packers are playing for something. I did take the over of 40.5 on this. I mean, I probably would say the Packers are going to win by 9.5, but like I said, these teams don't like each other. I can see the Packers not holding back on them.
Yeah, same. But at the same time, the Bears almost won't beat them last time. I still probably
so it could be close, which means more points.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably lean Packers -9.5 and the over with you, but it's also
the divisional matchups can go either way.
And that's all this week is divisional matchups.
All right, I'm trying to not skip over anyone here. Commanders at Dallas.
There you go. You're back on it.
I'm back on the list. Commanders at Dallas. Commanders are 4.5-point favorites. Obviously, like we just said, they are playing for this game with the Packers to see who gets that. I believe it would be the 6 or 7 seed that they'd be fighting for.
Yes. No, I think they might be fighting for the 5 seed.
Well, the 5 seed is going to be the Lions or.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, the 6 or 7 seed, which would kind of determine who we play as well. Like if I think it'd be that the Packers lose.
We would play whoever loses basically, or whoever gets a 7th seed we'd play.
Obviously, like I said, Commanders are playing for something here. They're 4.5 points. They did lose to Dallas earlier in the week. I did not take anything for this game, but 4.5 and the total is 44. Did you touch this?
I did not. I thought about taking the Commanders -4.5, but at the same time, the Cowboys might just do what they did last time and just screw them over in some way.
Yeah, which I would like because I do want to play the Commanders over the Packers.
Yeah, I would also rather play the Commanders.
We are kind of Cowboys fans this week.
Yeah, it's kind of also one of the reasons why I didn't want to take it. Didn't want to root against what I'm actually rooting for to happen. Probably say the over, but that's also a tough one.
I think I'd lean over as well.
All right, next up, I got Houston at Tennessee. Houston's -1 with an over/under of 38.5. Houston, I think, is fighting for that last playoff spot. So they're going to
I
want
thought
this.
they won. Isn't Houston ahead of the division?
Oh yeah, they might. The way ESPN's showing this is annoying.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure. I thought Houston locked in the division.
No, yeah, you're right. They did.
Okay,
but they're like the lowest of the playoff seeds, so or like the playoff standings. So I thought that never mind.
Yeah, I think they have the 4 seed.
Yeah, so I mean it kind of makes sense where they're probably thinking Houston's going to sit everyone because they have nothing to play for.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why it's -1.
Tennessee's one of the worst teams, so they'd also rather lose.
So you have teams that like are either losing a playoff spot, fighting teams that aren't playing their starters, and it's like who the hell is gonna who wants to win this game? Like you look the backups of teams or the team that's if they win is gonna.
Once again, this kind of makes me want to pick Tennessee just because like Houston's gonna pull all their guys, Tennessee's not because they have no reason to.
Yeah.
And then those guys are going to try and probably play to win. So, yeah, I mean, guess I'd go Tennessee +1 and...
Under.
Yeah.
I like the under on this for sure.
Yeah.
Next game I got is Jaguars at Indianapolis. Colts are -4.5, and the total is 45.5. Are the Colts still in the playoff hunt?
No, they are eliminated.
No, they were eliminated.
Both teams are eliminated.
Both teams are eliminated. I did take this on one of my picks. I have the under of 45.5 on this game.
I hate that. I mean, with the fact that I picked the Colts last week against the Giants and they failed abysmally, I'd probably want to say the Jags +4.5.
Jags are just such a
they're both bad teams. So I kind of prefer doing like what you have with would you say the under?
Yeah,
I'd rather just go that way and not have to hope one of these teams actually tries.
4:00 or 4:25 slate.
Yep. Kansas City going into Denver. Denver is -11 with an over/under of 40. So we know Denver's still fighting for a playoff spot, but Kansas City obviously has the 1 seed locked up, so they're going to be sitting guys, which I mean not really fair. They get to sit guys for 2 weeks.
That's what you get for having the record you do.
And cheating, that's what you get.
And cheating, and having the refs on your side. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. 11 points against the Chiefs, but like you said, it's the 1 seed. They already had the bye, and the Broncos are fighting. I don't know. Probably the under. I would guess 40. Do the Broncos have it in them to cover 11 points?
I mean, I think so. I think they fought pretty well against them when the Chiefs were full power. So I think with the fact that they're probably going to be sitting Mahomes, they're not going to even be close. So this is going to be Carson Wentz game. I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
True. Well, that's Carson Wentz though. Carson Wentz, man. You'll never know. Dude's feisty.
Whatever you say.
I'm not concerned. All right, next game I got is Chargers at Las Vegas. Chargers are 5.5-point favorites, and the total is 41.5. Let's see. Chargers are at the 6th seed right now, and
I think they could get up to the 5, depending on
like
if they win and Pittsburgh loses.
They're both 10-6 right now, so that would be the only switch of standings.
Yeah, I mean they're both tied, so it looks like Pittsburgh has the tiebreaker between the two. Kind of surprised.
You want that 5th seed too, because that's playing Houston.
Yeah.
Like out of all the teams you're gonna play, it's Bills, Ravens, or Houston. You really do. Like I'd be fighting hard for that 5 seed.
I mean I am taking Chargers -5.5 because one, I think the Raiders are just bad.
I like that pick a lot.
I mean with how well the Chargers dismantled New England last week, I think they can at least win this. Because also I think Jim Harbaugh's a guy that like even if they kind of have the spot locked up, he's probably gonna want to go out there and win anyway.
Yeah, I honestly, if I would have looked at it that they were both fighting for the 5th seed, I probably would have taken Chargers here too. That might be one of the best locks of the week.
There you go.
I like it, right? I like it a lot.
Straight in my mouth.
Wait, do I have that one? I do. No, I actually do have one more pick.
The over-under here, I don't know how much I'd really... Probably under, because I think the Raiders can't score.
I don't know, but they haven't been doing bad. Like, the Raiders, AOCs, I feel like been doing decent.
I mean, last week was 25-10, 19-14, 15-9.
Yeah, but it's not.
All these totals are like 30 or below almost.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I could see under then probably. The Raiders are just bad. Next game I got is Dolphins at New York Jets. Dolphins are -1 and the total is 39.5. Are the Dolphins still fighting right now?
Dolphins are technically still alive, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I took Dolphins -1.5, or I'm actually looking at it -1 right now. I had it at -1.5 earlier. I feel like if the Dolphins still have potential here, they're gonna want to out of the Jets.
I mean, they kind of need Denver to lose, but I mean, they play at the same time, so they can't really guarantee. They can't like watch the game and be like, "Oh, now sit them."
Yeah. So I mean, they don't have Tua though, right?
I don't know.
Because Huntley played last week, so I mean that could be a reason why it's lower points. But I still like the Dolphins to beat the Jets, so.
Yeah, it's kind of a coin flip. So yeah, I wouldn't hate the -1 there Because I doubt the Jets are going to play anyone, because if they're eliminated, I feel like they're one that would just sit people just to not get hurt. Next up, I have Seattle going to LA to face the Rams. Seattle's -5.5 with an over-under of 39.
Both fighting, or
nope? Seattle's eliminated. The Rams have clinched a wild card. No, they clinched the division. Never mind. So they've clinched the 5 seed, and Seattle has been eliminated. Kind of for those two reasons, I don't think either team's really going to be playing for much, so I'm going to go with under 39.
So, I guess, did they beat them head-to-head twice? Because they only are 1 game ahead.
Yeah.
Rams are 10-6. Seattle's 9-7. Yep, they're eliminated and clinched. That makes sense. So, yeah, I guess you're right. There would be no reason to start everybody, but if they will or not. Like I said, some teams still do.
Yeah, I don't think McVay's going to, though. I think he's probably going to sit Stafford.
Okay.
And Kyron Williams.
I wouldn't hate Seattle then, I feel like.
Yeah, I already took my Chargers. I was going with the under with the idea that they might just not really, both teams might.
You took the under on this?
Yeah, under 39.
Okay, don't hate that. Last 4 o'clock game, or 4:25, I should say, is San Francisco 49ers at Arizona. Cardinals are 4-point favorites, and the total is 42.5. Both teams have been eliminated. I don't know. It's too early. We don't know who's playing. These games are just a absolute coin flip.
Yep.
Really, all of them, if we don't know who's playing. But I don't have anything on this. I probably would say, I feel like if you're not fighting and you're not going to be in the playoffs, you still are playing people. Like, even if you were eliminated, you're still going to play your starters.
But you have like James Conner, who went out last week early, and he went out the week before that. So like, I don't know if he's going to play, which is kind of, it's not funny, but like this would be his first season. If he played this game, this would be his first game or first season that he's played every single game. So it would be a milestone for him just kind of personally. But I with the fact he's been hurt the past 2 games, I don't think he's going to play. With the fact they have no reason to play him in terms of postseason opportunity, but I wouldn't feel comfortable either way.
No, I agree.
I'd probably lean San Fran, but
yeah, an under 42.5. Like all these unders sound more tempting than anything else.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to find an over, to be honest.
Okay, then the only real definite this game that matters for both teams.
Yep. Up next, 8:15 Minnesota at Detroit. Detroit -2.5 over under of 57, and I'm taking the over because this game matters, and I'm hoping they're just gonna sling it.
57.
It is a lot.
That's a lot of points, Rye.
I'm just it's a fun root for points.
Who do I think's gonna win? I think the Lions got them.
I mean, also Detroit has almost every game they've been in past month has been over this total.
I would lean Lions, and I guess like I said, you want it to be a shootout. This is the most important game of the week, probably. So, 57, you would root for the over on that. I don't hate the pick. It's just a lot of points.
No, it is. I was fearful. I almost took the other side, and then I was like, I would feel way worse if I picked the under and it went over, being like, oh, you should have known that was going to go over. Let me do
that wheel.
All right, first pick. Buffalo at New England. So it is taking
Buffalo -3.
Yeah, let me get this up. Buffalo -3 at New England. And then the next pick got Buffalo at New England again, so not going to do that one.
That would be New England +3.
Yeah. It's got Jacksonville at Indiana. So it's got Jags +4.5. Was that right?
Jags +4.5.
Houston at Tennessee over. 38.5.
Yep.
Under Miami Jets.
39.5.
All right, to recap our Week 18 NFL picks, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers +1 at home against the Bengals. I have the Chargers -5.5 at the Las Vegas Raiders. I have the over Minnesota at Detroit over 57, and the under 39 in Seattle at LA Rams.
My picks, I have the Dolphins -1.5 against the Jets. I have the Panthers +8.5 against the Falcons. The over of the Bears-Packers game of 40.5, and the under of the Jags-Colts game of 45.5.
And the wheel has Buffalo -3 at New England, Jacksonville +4.5 at Indy, Houston at Tennessee over 38.5, and Miami at New York Jets under 39.5. There you go. Picks for Week 18, final NFL regular season week of the year.
Yes, sir. I guess this would be the final game. Can you catch up to me, or did I lock in the win?
I think I can't. Yeah, because we didn't share enough picks, so I could technically, if you went 0-4 and I went 4-0, I could beat you.
You could beat me.
Yeah.
Oh, so 3-1, 1-3 would tie it up.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Right. We got someone to play for here. I can't believe that swing. You're dominating me the whole season.
Yeah, I had weeks after weeks after weeks of bad, because you kind of just stayed like you
3-1.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I meant like in the beginning, you stayed like you went 1-3 a couple times at the beginning, and then you kind of just stayed at that like spot. You went 2-2 a lot, and
yeah.
I just started to fall off.
All right, we got something to be excited about this week then.
Yeah. The wheel's nowhere. Well, the wheel could catch up to me, but it can't catch up to you.
Okay, cool. Fuck that wheel. Dominated them. So we are recording this on New Year's Eve, so I hope everybody had a happy New Year's Eve. Happy
and
New
safe.
Year. So when you're seeing this, is officially 2025. Very exciting. And good luck with your picks. Double check before you look at the teams. They're not just great bets. A lot of people are going to be benched.
Yeah, check the starting lineups, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, check the starters before you bet the house on the Chiefs plus 11. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And go Birds, baby. Next time we'll see you. It'll be time to pick on playoffs.
Go Zaquan.